Technological advancements from university research can keep people safe. We just saw how robots reduce the risk for police officers and soldiers in the field. At the University of Iowa, researchers have developed technology that looks like a video game to help improve conditions for our military. The life of a soldier is fraught with challenge. Carrying heavy equipment, navigating harsh environments, coping with the strain and stress of warfare. What if soldiers knew how they would respond to certain elements prior to setting foot on the battlefield? Researchers at the University of Iowa are collaborating to provide soldiers those answers. Meet Santos, the virtual soldier.
Santos is a computer human designed to interact with any kind of product or process on the computer.
Santos lives in a virtual world, is able to deal with and interact with virtual models of equipment.
So there's all this stuff in our world that are for humans. And then you think, how much of that stuff is designed or created on a computer? These days, most of it. So I need somebody on the computer to interact with that stuff and tell me, is it comfortable? Can I reach it? Can I lift it? That's what Santos does.
The innovative technology of the Virtual Soldier Research Program can trace its evolution to 8 years of research at the Center for Computer-Aided Design.
With the computer simulations, you can study many different variations of the task and what happens. For example, if you're going to lift a box, what happens if you go from 10 kg box to 30 kg box? What happens to the body? And we can simulate that on the computer rather than having a real person do it. Where in the real person, there is a possibility of injury in just trying to do this experiment, which cannot happen when you do it on the computer.
We've modeled every joint in the human body so that we can get realistic motion from those joints and a collective motion that's driven by the skeleton as it moves in unison with each other.
Santos may appear to be animation or artist rendering, but he consists of an actual series of equations used to predict movement.
What good would a mathematical model be if you weren't validating it? And that is the point of motion capture.
The Virtual Soldier research facilities include new types of motion capture equipment and labs, all run by students.
We have one laboratory that's outfitted with several different motion capture systems and several different force plates. We also have a large shaker table here, a 6 degree of freedom shaker table. And with that, we record different motion profiles from things like tractors or automobiles or helicopters. And we can impose that motion on a seat and on a person who would be in that seat or in a cab. And so we can review how Santos has predicted that motion and see whether it fits with the way a human really responds in that scenario.
Santos is the primary prototype in a program called eTool, Enhanced Technologies for Optimization of Warfighter Load, that is being developed for the U.S. Armed Forces.
The concern that the Marine Corps has is how can we better design equipment so the warfighter has more fightability and better survivability based on the equipment that he's equipped with.
Someone in the military, depending on their field or task, can end up carrying as much as a medieval knight. So how do we help solve that problem? So we've developed capabilities to let you put body armor onto Santos and then see, can you still aim? Can you still perform various tasks? And if you can't, why not? Because the torque in my arm's too high, because I can't move this arm, I can't complete this particular task, so let's go in and modify that portion of the body armor.
Another important facet of the program is how does the equipment I carry affect my fatigue during long-term extended load carriage? And so the program uses Santos to take a look at these different factors coming out of equipment design and weapon design and how that restricts or enhances a warfighter's ability to complete these different maneuvers.
The Virtual Soldier Research Program at Iowa is a world leader in the study of human simulation. The automotive and agricultural industries have also used Santos to aid in the development of consumer products. And the future for Santos is intriguing.
There are a lot of things that we want to do in future. For example, right now Santos cannot make any decisions. He does tasks that we tell him to do. But ultimately we want him to have some intelligence and be able to make decisions on his own.
Imagine you're in your house and you're vacuuming and your back hurts. You hit a button, boom, Santos pops up and says, you know what? Just change the vacuum this way. Get rid of your back pain. How cool would that be, right? That's just a piece of the dream.